rehearsed the seasons and the weather for 4 billion years just to accommodate you as you set foot upon the world stage, and thunder and lightning appeared because the gods were taking pictures of you. So fine, you stopped traffic on the highway to heaven and caused an exodus from paradise with just your shadow, a reflection of you I see in every woman, even though no human form could ever reveal the infinite loveliness of you. I fit you in the rags of human description, but without you, gravity would lose its motivation, and this carousel of stars would no longer be the main attraction of all the infinite earths and all the infinite heavens, because wherever you go goes the sweet spot of the universe and the crown of creation, the kingdom of heaven, and my salvation is why I followed you here. Down the Milky Way spiral staircase of light, baby, one star at a time I retrace your lip prints where you had kissed the sky and made it bright, baby, like the sun. I'm soaring in mid-ecstasy and moving at the speed of the light in anticipation of a kiss that would paradise my soul between your lips like a bottle of champagne. You bubble and effervescent straight from the bottle's neck. I would sip my bliss while wearing my favorite necklace. Is your arms around my neck, so please come and defraud your would-be prince with the peck from your lips so I can die and go to heaven and be the envy of all the angels in the sky, and then come back again when I hear the voice of the Most High speaking to me from the burning bliss between your thighs and hips is a halo, because you make love like an angel. You embrace my arrow with your bow and send me soaring through your stargate to places and spaces I've never ever been before. Unlike the Bermuda Triangle where people get lost, deep down in the delta of your Venus Triangle is where I found myself being filled by the Holy Ghost. You are the best present ever wrapped under the tree of life, finer than your mama, God's wife. You are paradise, looking for places that happen to people that happen to. The happiest day in heaven was the day they conceived. You are God's gift to himself, it's true, but God so loved the world, I'm trying to tell you. God so loved the world, I hope you hear me. God so loved the world, we're going to church now in San Francisco at the Koret Library Auditorium. God so loved the world, he gave us you. I still have a dream that freedom will reign from the foothills of East Oakland to the sandhills of the Middle East. Freedom will reign from the projects of Cabrini Park, Chicago to the pyramids of Cairo, Egypt. Freedom will reign on all the South Sides, South Philadelphia, the South Bronx, South Central LA, all the way down to South Africa. Freedom will reign. And I am sure of this as I am that the sun is rising somewhere out there, even though you can't see it right now. I love everything about you. That's you. Y'all help me out with you too. I love everything about you. That's you. The shoe don't fit nowhere. I love everything about you. That's you. Check it out. They want the black spirit, they want the black mind, they want the black soul, they want the black behind, they want the black muscle, they want the black heart, they want the black music, they want the black art, they want the black rhythm, they want the black hips, they want the black power, they want the black lips, they want the black style, they want the black talk, they want the black skills, they want the black walk, they want the black ride, they want the black heat, they want the black coffee, they want the black meat, they want the black land, they want the black gold, they want the black diamonds, they want the black coal, they want the black art, they want the black race, they want the black earth, they want the black space, they want the black dollars, they want the black gods, they want the black everything, me and you, and that's ours, yo. You know what I'm saying? I find that, it's like they're trying to say what? I love everything about you, that's you, come on, I love everything about you, that's you, yeah, there you go. I love everything about you, that's you. I love everything about you, that's you. Yeah, part two. They want the black seeds, they want the black fruit, they want the black trees, they want the black roots, they want the black jazz, they want the black rap, they want the black reggae, they want the black dap, they want the black chocolate, they want the black bread, they want the black flavor, they want the black dread, they want the black body, they want the black tan, the black don't crack, they want the black skin, they want the black clothes, they want the black labor, they want the black nanny and the black entertainer, they want the black fans, they want the black boats, they want the black genius, they want the black poets, they want the black warriors, they want the black thrones, they want the black kingdoms, they want the black tombs, they want the black mummies, buried treasures and bones, cause they can stand you when you're living, but they get you when you're gone. They want the black Madonna, they want the black savior, they want the black neighborhoods, but not the black neighbor. Wait a minute, when we were slaves, you had us like in the yard and in the house. The morning neighbors, oh, you just don't want us to be happy and free as neighbors, because I love everything about you, I love everything about you. But nevertheless, I'm impressed by the oppressed descendants of a people who passed the cruelest test like the ultimate survivor, not from a comic book or a TV show. These were real-life MacGyvers with locks and froze who rose up from the red, white, and blue sea of slavery like a treasure chest filled with bravery and social scientists who survived and thrived with pride and magnificence so we can reap the significance and the benefits of standing on the shoulders of greatness like altars to the elegance and the eloquence of the elders, giving thanks to the ancestors buried in heaps beneath our feet. So we'll never rest and we'll never sleep until no mother weeps ever again. It's our promise to keep the freedom train rocking in a road like the mothership chariot driven by Herod who went back and forth across the Mason-Dixon line to free black behinds on the underground. But this time I'm coming around on the overground to free your mind from the close encounters of the prejudice kind. And I hope you can hear it with beating my heart, the flow of the song that the keepers of the flame live on in spite of. I love everything about you. I love everything about you. I love everything about you. Come on, keep it going. I love everything about you. Yeah, here we go now. I love everything about you. Thank you.
Okay, so nice, running from the East Bay, so all right, so paradise brother from the East Bay, Oakland and Richmond area, and now we have a brother from Sacramento in the house. His name is, of course, Terry Moore, and I've been knowing Terry for about 5 years now, but every time I go up to Sacramento, they show him plenty of love. So I want you to open up your hearts and show some love to Terry Moore from Sacramento. Terry Moore.
All right.
King number 4.
Man, were the first 3 good? I didn't think they were good. I thought they were great. Who do our children have to look up to? I said, who do our children have to look up to? And when they get older, what's going to be available for them to do? I'm from the old school, way back when we used to raise our children not to get degrees so they could get good jobs, but so that they could get their own businesses. I'm from the old school, way back when we used to go to the park after church on Sundays. Yes, Sundays were fun days when we get together like family and hang out, but then they started giving us impeding traffic tickets in parks, so we took it to another park and they said we couldn't stay, so we took it to another park and they said black people in the park after dark, no way. And now our children are no longer in the park on Sundays after church, and Sundays are no longer fun days, and instead they're in juvenile hall. and our men are out on the boulevard trying to be players and pimps. I said I'm from the old school, way back when I used to watch the greatest heavyweight of all time, Muhammad Ali, introduce Muhammad Cosell when TV was free. I said when TV was free. But now it's pay-per-view, and our kids can't afford to pay to view, so now they're trying to fight themselves. And it ain't like in the old days when we used to bump shows for 30 minutes and then go home. Now it's somebody that called somebody a punk, and that other cat that went to the trunk and pop, pop, pop. And all this craziness gotta stop. I remember my daddy used to tell me to go out in the backyard and practice real hard so I could become the next superstar. But now daddy ain't home, daddy ain't in the home, and daddy ain't coming home. So our kids going in the bathroom pumping steroids, trying to be the next Bobby Barry Bonds. And our kids are walking around with baggy pants, trying to be the next 50 Cent. But it don't make no sense because the rap industry sales have dropped 33%. Now girls walking around half naked trying to be the next video vixen. This is something we gotta fix it. We gotta do it quick because we can't depend on Angelina Jolie to adopt all of our babies. Got fathers going to the school systems, asking if their child really goes to that school. That ain't cool. They looking like the fool, don't even know what the child is. And mom dropping off the baby so she can go out and have a good time and party in the clubs, ride to the clubs on dubs and thinking that their kids are safe at home. But we got children being molested by the babysitters. We got children being molested by babysitters, and so much drama. Half these kids don't even know that we have a new president and his name is Barack Obama. These kids don't even realize that in Sacramento alone in 2002, the divorce rate was 81%. And 70% of our single-parent homes are being raised by mothers, and 50% of our kids are not graduating from high school, and 22% of African-American men are not getting college degrees, and we got a nation that won't even get on their knees and pray. 67% of the crisis calls are coming from the sisters who are raising our babies. So I asked you, who do our children have to look up to? And when they get older, what's going to be available for them to do? I said, who do our children have to look up to? I said, who do our children have to look up to? Would they look up to me, or would they look up to you? Never forget when my father introduced me to her. I didn't like her. I really didn't like her. Then was in the grocery store parking lot, and I saw all these fellas chasing behind his sister, trying to holler at her, and they got no action, so I thought I'd go up just for the fun of it and introduce myself. She turned around, and I knew I had seen her before. I said, hi, my name is Terry Moore, and I want to have a conversation with you. Promise not to be a bore. If I can just get 5 minutes, indulge yourself, sister, let me jump in it, and let's conversate. And as she reminded me that she was the same one that my daddy had introduced, I turned around and figured, what's the use? But you know what? I talked to her anyway because she looked better on that day. So I got her number. We talked on the phone. You know how you talk on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning, asking the other person, are you sleepy? Nah. Music playing in the background, and you trying to come up with a conversation, trying to conjure up something that maybe the other person ain't heard before, and all of a sudden you hear that sleeping and that snoring, and you ask them, are you sleeping? No. Well, conversation led to conversation, and conversation led to conversation, and conversations led to hugging, and hugging led to kissing, and kissing led to love making. And I'm not talking about the basic love making, I'm talking about some serious love making. I'm talking about some serious love making, like love all night long, real strong. You got to call in to work sick the next morning. No, I can't even call in sick. I'm a call in sick for 2 days so I can make love some more. No, I'm going to call in to quit my job because I just want to stay home and make love all the time. No, I don't even want a job. Let's just go to unemployment and welfare so we can stay home all night long. I'm talking about back hurt. Ain't even got no medical benefits. I'm talking about taking a move, ibuprofen so we can make love some more. I'm talking about breaking chandeliers. I'm talking about ripping sheets. I'm talking about locking the doors till the police come knocking. I'm talking about that serious love making, like calling CPS, like we need a restraining order against each other. We in the same household. Say serious love, making love, type of love. And I remember after we make love for so long, we get so tired, we just have to sit back and watch Raider games. And We laughed and we laughed, and we were both Raider fans, and we weren't laughing at the game, we were laughing at each other because two fools sitting up there trying to root for the Raiders to get some wins, and never did they do that. But even when we weren't together, she still called me on the phone after every Sunday game, and we'd talk about the Raiders, and we'd laugh, and we'd promise each other that we'll still be fans when they finally reach the championship. And we got bored with that. So she joined the gym, and of course I didn't, because I'm a man. All I want to do is sit back and eat my steak and goodies, but I would drive her to the gym, and I remember she came out of the gym working out all sweaty, and she looked good, and when she was sweaty, I wanted to make that type of love I was telling you about, that pulling out the hair type of love, like, oh girl, like, man, can't we just stop making love? This type of making love is bad for my health, type of making love. But one day she called me on the phone, told me that she had lost sight of one eye. Told me she had lost sight in one eye, and I was thinking, man, that's tore up, because now she can't even see how to get to my house so we can make love. I didn't make love to this girl so hard that she done went blind. Then she told me she lost sight of the other eye the next day. But I could still see us making that same type of love, making, until she told me that she was paralyzed on one side of her body, and I thought, man, I was thinking she was going to sue me. She could no longer do me, and we couldn't make that type of love. I done paralyzed this girl now. I done went blind and paralyzed this girl, just making love type of love, making that good love type of love. But then, finally, she told me what was going on with her body. She was laying on her back. Told me she had MS. Didn't even know what MS was, so I went on the internet and I tried to educate myself. And see, it came to the point where I had to make a decision as a man, because all I wanted to do with her when I first met her was just make that love. Now, as a man, I realized that she needed more than making love. She was laying on her back, paralyzed, so she needed a man to love her. And the decision came to me whether I was just going to cut her off and move on, or whether I was going to be there by her side. See, all that love making was good, but now it came to the point where I had to love her, and I had to be her friend, and I had to be her friend to the end, because every time you meet somebody, they got something going on in their life, and if I were to try to pick a wife, there'd be something going on in her life. So do I run, or do I run to her arms? So I decided to be a real man and stay by her bed, and she actually moved out of town, but she still called me on Sundays, and we'd have great conversations about the Raiders, and we'd root for the Raiders, and it was so good to hear her voice on the phone. And then one day, they told me that she couldn't put the phone to her head because she didn't even have either arm. And I would call on the phone still on Sundays, and I'd tell her jokes and tell her stories, and I'd tell her about the Raiders, and she'd just listen because she couldn't really speak back. See, I grew up on that day. I became a real man, learned about MS. And even though I would still reminisce all those love-making nights, it felt better just to be on the phone with her, and I could feel her teardrops coming out of her eyes just because I was on the other end to comfort her. You see, sometimes women need a real man. Sometimes it ain't just about making love. Sometimes it's about being loved. And I was so glad that I met her in that parking lot, and I could be loved to her and learn so much about her. And then came the point where I couldn't even talk to her on the phone. Couldn't talk to her on the phone, and I never had a chance to tell her that I really loved her. That's all I wanted to do, was tell her one time that I really loved her. Not necessarily being in love, but I loved her because I came to know her. And I just wanted to show her. And it's been years now. It's been years now, and I have not received a phone call from her. And sometimes on Sundays when I watch the Raiders, I run right to the phone, hoping that she would call me, but she doesn't call at all. But I still have those memories. She doesn't call at all, but I still root for the Raiders, and I always will for the rest of my life. Because that was what we had together. And I don't even know if she's alive right now, but I know that she's alive inside of me. And I know that I will never, ever have the same concept I had when I first met her. So what's the point of this poem? The point of this poem is to tell you all that you know somebody right now who is going through something, who has something. You need to embrace them. Don't run, just face them and say, I love you. They need to hear it, because life is short. And it ain't just about that love making. So the concept of this poem is, don't ever get in a relationship just to have sex and make love, even if the love making is real good. And last, don't ever have a relationship that hinges on the Raiders winning, because they don't have any winning season coming up anytime soon. And you're like me, waiting on Sundays for a call that will never stuff happened. So there it is. Love making type of love that turned into love. Everybody ready to love land?
Andrea Sunday.
Huh? Making love with somebody on Sunday.
Go with that.
Do what now?
Andrea Sundays go with that.
What's Andrea's Sundays?
That's what she said right in front of you.
Andrea's Sundays?
Yes.
Huh? All right, so I got 2 poems left. And this one's 12 things I'll do for you. So this is... After that, I ain't even going to explain the rest. One, I promise, if you spend time with me, you'll have a whole lot of fun. And 2, no matter how fine that girl is who walks by, I promise I'll keep my eyes and my heart focused only on you. And 3, I'll get all my honey from only your hive, cause no jive, you're my one and only queen bee. And 4, I'll be behind you every night by candlelight, holding you tight, even if you fall asleep and begin to snore. And 5, I'll leave roses delivered to your job every other Friday, and poems whispered in your ear as you fall asleep will help keep your spirit alive. And 6, I'll help you bake. I'll crack the eggs and put in the cake mix. After, I'll go to the store and come back with your favorite candy bar, because you know that I know that you know that I know that you like that Twix. 7, I'll pray with you to make sure we both make it to heaven. And 8, when we're going on a date, I'll keep my mouth shut. Won't say a word if we get there a little late. Because a beautiful queen like you needs time to coordinate. 9, God knows when I met you, I knew you had some problems. So I'll be the first to try to help you solve. And if I can't, at least bend my ear to give you some quality listening time. And 10, I'll come from Sacramento to San Francisco, stay on top of my game so you won't want any of these other San Francisco men. And 11, I'm not perfect. So when I mess up, I have the math questions right back to 7. And 12, no Delmontes. No camels, only diamonds and pearls on your shelves. Because I'm the type of man that does everything for his lady and hardly anything for himself. 12 things I do to keep you. And if I do that, I'm sure I can get you to stop calling me Terry and start calling me Terry. And in the morning time when you wake up and go to work, I'll be waiting there right by the sink to wash your hair. And afterwards, I will run in the kitchen to make your favorite breakfast foods to eat. And then I will go by the door so I can give you a massage before you put those shoes on your feet. I don't care what the neighbors say or if they're looking, I'll pick you up, carry you to the car, wave to you as you drive away. And after you turn that corner, fall to my knees and pray that you have a blessed and prosperous day. I don't want to watch you walk away. 12 things I'll do to keep you. And I'm not talking about periodically. I'm talking about every day.
Whoa!
I know all the fellas hate me now. But guys, if you can do 2 of those things, your lady is a man. Start with 2. Don't overwhelm yourself. All right, this is my last poem. I'm asking you to do with me. I brought books here today. I have a book. I have a love poem book. It has all kind of love poem like what I've been kind of doing. Then I have a book that's dedicated. It's called, I don't even know the name of my own book. Born to Love You. It's a brand new book. It's a book dedicated to African American women. It's uplifting, motivating, all that kind of stuff. This one's called If That Doesn't Work. But it's a hard poem. So if I can get you guys to help me, like I say, if that doesn't work, I say, what am I supposed to say? If that doesn't work, then y'all say, then what, right?
Then what?
All right, cool. Now I don't know if they're still gonna hold up their end of the deal, but these 2 gentlemen have told me they're gonna give $200 to the loudest person. So let's practice. If that doesn't work, way to prove my love to you. Good. So now I've got the poem. I got to find a way to prove my love to you. So the first thing I'm going to do is get you a card with your name engraved to it 50 times with 50 different romantic rhymes.